Hi again, this is Cherry. Apologies for the complete lack of any video content. I was having some serious issues with my Virgin Media broadband. Turns out I had a very dead router. My upload speed is 24 meg normally, and I was maxing out at about 1.5, so it was impossible to stream or upload or do anything. 1.1 gig file was taking about 3 hours. So it's now fixed. New router works wonderfully. It's wonderful. So I've been stacking up these replays. This is a replay from a few days ago. Map is straight. Ship is Giulio, Cesare, Julius Caesar. God knows how you pronounce it. Tier 5 premium Italian battleship. The prettiest ship in the game, which I managed to ruin and butcher by putting the Halloween camo on it because reasons. In a division with Nyland and Arc 2912, it's a very nice set of matchmaking. Tier 5, Tier 6 with a Tier 6 ship, Tier 6 carrier on the enemy team. We are we are attacking, defending the north flank towards the A-cap. This is not so much a great damage output game. It's more a survival kind of game, because as will be seen later, we pretty much get abandoned by our erstwhile compatriots on our team and left to fend for ourselves against a fairly sizable chunk of the enemy team. Anyway, watch, enjoy, and I'll just make a comment every now and again. First target is the Königsberg. The guns on the Julius Caesar are phenomenal against cruisers. My captain build on this is currently a 16-point captain, has concealment. The skills, as far as I remember, are preventive maintenance, expert marksman for the turret rotation. We're looking at superintendent for the extra heal. Concealment, because the concealment on this thing is brilliant. Just to give you a clue, we're looking at, oops, that's done that again. We're looking at about 12 kilometers, which is very good. I also run a fire prevention on this thing because it sees a lot of British battleships, and in seeing so many British battleships, it tends to get fires on it constantly. So first salvo out on the Königsberg, nice little 7k love tap. This is possibly the way this battle's going to go. We become very defensive. If you look behind, we have a Fuso, which we assumed was going to be heavily supporting, but he basically just derps out. I don't know. Well, mention the guy's name. Who's in the Fuso? Lacey. I'm guessing a fairly new player. Le Glossinier is running. Fuso will run and leave us to it. Nyland in his Fujin is spotting and running, and currently in TeamSpeak, if memory serves me, screaming about us abandoning him. But obviously just need to relocate and get somewhere that is a bit more sensible. For some reason we've got this bug with the shift to enter binocular view. It's only been the last couple of patches this has caused a problem. There is various methods for getting out of it. That's one of them. Yes, for jingles, by the way, if you ever see this, if you want to get rid of that, what you do is you left click and then you zoom in and zoom back out again, and it goes away for a while, but then it comes back. Anyway, back to the game. Königsberg, Fuhrattacker, Nuremberg, October Revolution, Congo, Fabuki against pretty much 3 of us because everyone's bailed. Arc's retired completely. I think he took a fairly sizable hit, so he's just retired to the back. The guns on the Julius Caesar are superb. They are epic against cruisers because obviously they're much smaller caliber. The dispersion on them, it's quite uncanny. When you first buy the ship, you see that thing's back up again. When you first buy the ship, you tend to lead like any other battleship, and the shells always fall in front of the target because you overlead. Basically, where you point these is where they hit. I know of no other battleship in the game that is like that. And the tight, because of this such a short hull on the ship, the tightness of the pattern is fantastic. Now I'm going to use an old trick from beta days. Yes, I know it's line hugging and it's frowned upon, but I'm going to use the line to avoid the torpedoes because, well, it's that or die. So basically, what you do is you tap the line, you slow down, and you avoid torpedoes like that. Now, when I talk about these guns, everyone's played the Giulio Cesare. It's such a great ship. But when I talk about these guns, they are very, very, very good against cruisers. But on the flip side, soft-skinned battleships and battle cruisers, the Congos, the Fusos, the Hoods, the Duke of Yorks, the King George V's, these shells work very well these days. So I've got a kill, 37k damage, and basically it is me and Nyland against the world here. It's not a great position to be in. We still haven't taken the cap. We still have Congo there. We still have the cruisers at the back spamming HE, because they do. And we've got an October Revolution who decided to sit on the line just like I did, but I'm not quite sure why he did it. He had nothing going into him. This is just a case to reverse and try and conserve as much health. Ideally get rid of the Congo, get that October into his smoke and actually go unspotted for a while just to give me a chance to use a heal or get rid of some fires and just generally get the shit to behave. Congo dealt with. I'm now at half health. Fires are out. The fire prevention skill does work very well with this thing. I recommend it to anybody that plays Giulio Cesare. Get the fire prevention. That reduction in fire chance is a lifesaver, and the maximum 3 fires is amazing when you come up against Russian HE spamming cruisers and British battleships that will set you on fire in every conceivable orifice. So currently, just playing a fighting defence, a fighting withdrawal. Fuso is... I really don't know what Fuso thought he was doing. He's not actually getting in a position where he can get any guns on target. No idea what he's up to. Right, this is a classic example of these guns. That is not going to be the greatest hit. It's very, very difficult with these shells because they're so direct. Yeah, see, that's what you do. You press the left button, you zoom in, zoom out, and it goes away again for a while. But it will come back. It's terrible, terribly buggy. Oh, we're holding our own now. Fire in 2 places. Gonna have to repair those. Now the Fusos finally come into the fight. Now, where is he? Let's have a look at him.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
That's interesting. It won't let you zoom in on another ship. I think he's a camo. I think he's a Fuso without any camo. So I really don't know what the story is there. Don't know why we see so many ships in game with no camo. As I say, that Fuso, it was just such an epic player.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes support.
Managed to go unspotted, just waiting for the heal to finish, and then we can go back in again. Still got about, what's that? Nearly 20,000 health now. That'll do.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Well, the Fubuki has managed to take out our friendly Congo, Fuso, sorry. Tier 6, top tier, in a Fuso, on this map, you should be annihilating cruisers, not running away. He should have pushed in with us, and it would have been fantastic. Still trying to work out what music to put to this when I actually do the editing. I'm not entirely certain. A little bit of news, ups and downs. We obviously clan battle's finished. We did worse than we'd hoped, but to be honest, better than expected as a clan. Highest position was finally for Bad A was the final. Sorry, the highest position was we made the playoffs for the Typhoon League. Now, for a social clan that has no restrictions on statistics and player ability, I don't think it was too terrible. I mean, we dirked out. We had a few issues, but. Oh, it's just eaten 2 torpedoes. That is bad. So we're now repairing. Got the October spamming off at me. Could end up with the repair finished probably on about 3,000 hit points. Maybe slightly more. This was just a holding game. But for some reason that I can't fathom, the enemy October decided that he would retire. He's got a ton of health compared to the rest of us on this flank, and yet he's retired. Cheeky little shot on the cruiser. Sorry, destroyer even. That's the other thing you'll notice about the Julius Caesar. You can snipe destroyers happily. Our carrier in this game, we were cursing him to start with. But to be honest, once we actually look at it, he did a very good job of keeping the enemy planes away from us, as he's just done there, pushing them away. Not necessarily doing too much damage to them, but at least he's actually keeping them away, allowing us to cap. So it currently stands as we have no caps, but someone starting to cap. We have 265 against 560. We are up on ships. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be able to win this, except we have a Konig and a Königsberg that are in amongst the islands on the 8 line, 8 and 9 line, who are both running from a single kamikaze. All that Königsberg has to do is call for the carrier to park his planes over him and then go and kill it. But they are both running away, which leaves myself and Nylan to do everything. Use the last heal will put me back up to about 8 or 9,000, maybe close to 10, which is all I've got. That is the limit of the joy and fun we're going to have with this ship. Luckily, Nyland's pulled rabbit out of the hat and got some torps in on that October Revolution. If we can get rid of that, it's doable. The armour on the Julius Caesar is very good for a relatively lightly armoured ship. It's, if you angle it right, it's pretty good. So that's the kill on the October Revolution. Finished it off that Nyland started. And now we're going to huddle around on 1,600 hit points for the rest of the game. Still down on points, caps are now evened out, and the Konig has finally grown a pair and pushed into the cap. Now, as far as I'm aware, he's got a damn sight more health than me. We just lost the carrier.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
So, yeah, I can see his point actually. I can see the carrier's point there. Thanks, noobs. I don't know what you're supposed to do with games like this. I mean, one would say it's low tier as what you expect. Yeah, I like the way the carrier's telling us to shoot the CV. We can't shoot the CV, he's out of range for both of us. People just don't understand. A lot of people just don't understand the mechanics of the game. Try and get some shells in on that enemy Ryoho. See if we can do any damage at all. As I say, it's been a while since I've seen this. So I'm actually seeing the replay pretty much as you would be. And the magic overbends. Finally got the carrier, took a Confederate and a Kraken. Oh, didn't even know I was on a Kraken. Took the Confederate and a Kraken, which is always nice. And that frees up Nyland to try and avoid those torpedoes. I can't for the life of me work out what our Conic thinks he's doing. He's basically huddled on the 9-10 line on the south for the majority of the game. He's cut through the middle and avoided any contact with the enemy, and then he pushes up towards the carrier and the two caps that we've already got. I really don't understand people sometimes. I've no idea why he's just meandering. So we're up against Kamikaze, always a dangerous ship. We have a very low health Giulio Cesare, and a relatively healthy Conic, quite a healthy Nurem, but a Konigsberg that should be hunting that destroyer, and probably about to die to the torpedoes. And the Kamikaze is now capping the B cap away from us again, and the battered Giulio Cesare is in the vanguard of the push, as they say. Vanguard of the push. And that's a kill on Kamikaze for a win. Thanks for watching.